Hello everyone, this is Akanksha Pisorkar and today's topic of discussion is Introduction to Finite Element Analysis. So, the finite element analysis is the numerical method for solving the problem of engineering and mathematical physics. It is useful for solving the problem with complicated geometry, loading, and material property where analytical solution cannot be obtained. So FEM is basically used for solving the complex problem. Then next is application of FEM, that is finite element analysis. It is used for mechanical, aerospace, civil and automotive engineering. Then next it is also used for structural and stress analysis. In that we can go for static and dynamic analysis or the linear or non-linear analysis. Then next is for fluid flow. FEM is applicable for determination of heat for solving the problem of heat transfer. Then for electromagnetic field, when solving the problem of soil mechanics, acoustic, biomechanics, FEM can be used. Then next is the node. The point at which the element are connected to the adjacent element, it is called as node. In FEM, basically the whole structure is divided into substructure or we can say sub element, and where that elements or where two or more than two elements are meeting to each other, that point is called as node. So there are two types of node, external node and internal node. External node, it is occur along the corner or the surface of element, and internal node is occur inside the element. So external node is further divided into two type of node, primary node and secondary node. Primary node, it is occurred at corner, and secondary node, it is occur along the side. Primary node is basically occur along the corner of element or the edge of element, and the secondary node is occurring along the sides of that element. So these are the node. Then next is discretization. As we have already discussed that the whole structure is subdivided into small element, and that particular method is called as discretization. Definition for that discretization is the model body by dividing into an equivalent system of many smaller body or units. That smaller body or unit is also called as finite element. It is interconnected at points common two or more element. That point where two or more element are interconnected, that is called as node or nodal point, and or the boundary lines or the surface. So basically what is discretization? Subdividing the whole structure into small element or small structure, it is called as discretization. Now next is FEM. So discretization is done for complex object and for simple analysis. For simple analysis, discretization is very easy, and for complex object, that means for complex object we can say if there is any material discontinuity, if, or if there is any geometrical dissimilarity, or if there is any loading dissimilarity, then that type of problem is comes under complex object. And for discretization of that complex object, these are the four steps. That is, first step is real world, then simplified or identified the physical model, then next is mathematical model, and next is discretization or mesh the model. Then next are the type of element. Basically there are three types of element: 1D element, 2D element and 3D element. Under 1D element there is spring, truss, beam, pipe. Then under 2D element there is membrane, plate, shell. Under 3D element there is field problem, that is for temperature, displacement, trace, stress, flow velocity. These are the 3D element problem. Can see this is the 1D element. Only one dimension is very large as compared to further two dimension. This is the 2D element. Two dimensions are very large as compared to one dimension, and this is 3D element. All three dimensions are easily visible, that is considerable. Therefore it is called as 3D element or solid element. 1D element is called as line element, 2D element is called as plane element, and 3D element is also called as solid element. So these are the three types of element. Then next is what is object, element and node. You can see this is the whole object, and this whole object is further divided into sub elements, that is finite element. It is divided into three elements, and where that three elements are connecting to each other, that is called as nodes. So this object is subdivided into element, that means it is the discretization of this object, and where that three elements are connecting to each other, that point is called as nodes. Then this is the example of FEM 1D. This is the example of FEM 2D. Can see only one line is visible over here. In 2D the plane is visible. This is the example of 3D. You can see the whole object can be visible. Then the principle of FEM, the finite element method or the finite element analysis is the computation technique used to obtain the approximate solution of the boundary the value problem in engineering. The boundary values problems are also called as field problem. The field is domain of the interest and most often represent a physical structure. Next, the field variable are depend variable of the interest governed by the differential equation. The next principle is the boundary condition are the specified value of the field variable on the boundary of field. Then next is shape factor. This shape factor, the value of field variable shape function. Shape function is the displacement at any point within the element in terms of nodal displacement. Continuity between them is also called as shape function or displacement function or interpolation function. You can see this is the one equation where phi1, phi2 and phi3 are the value of field variable at the nodes, and n1, n2, n3 are the interpolation function, are also known as shape function or blending function or interpolation function. In finite element approach, the nodal value of field variable are treated as unknown constant that are to be determined. The interpolation functions are most often polynomial form of independent variable derived to satisfy the certain required condition at the node. The interpolation function are predetermined known function of the independent variable, and this function describes the variation of field variable within the finite element. So you can see in this equation n1, n2 and n3 are the shape functions. The next, the property of shape function. The sum of the shape function is always unity, and next property, it is 1 at the node. Then next is degree of freedom. Again you can see in this again the two-dimensional cases with the single field variable, that is phi x and y. The triangular element describes is said to be 3 degree of freedom, as 3 nodal values of the field variable are required to describe the field variable where everywhere in the element. In general, the number of degree of freedom associated with the finite element is equal to the product of number of nodes and the number of value of field variable that must be computed at each node. So degree of freedom can be determined by multiplication of number of node and number of value of field variable. In this diagram there are 3 nodes and 2 field variable. So degree of freedom will be 6. So this is the short introduction of the finite element method. Thank you.